make sure y'all hit the like button and leave a comment. All right. I got to be the easiest YouTuber to leave a comment for, because all you got to do is leave an FU in the comment section. Just say what up. Just say, yo, FU. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just leave an FU. I know what time it is. All right. But ain't no excuse for y'all to be watching this video and not leaving no comments. All right. With that being said, shout out to Nabers, man. The best wide receiver in the NFC East. Yeah, I said it. The best wide receiver in the NFC East. Now, I got a lot of pussy-ass Eagle fans in my life that if they see this video, I might get a phone call or two. All right, they're going to be real offended that their beloved A.J. Brown is not the number one receiver in the East. They're going to get real offended that, what do they call him, Smitty? Is that what they call Devontae Smith out there? If they call him Smitty, that I don't consider him that good. I don't. He's a product of his offense, and again, A.J. Brown's out there. But if you put Smitty as the number one receiver on the Giants, he ain't putting up neighbor numbers. If he's the number one receiver on the Cowboys, he ain't putting up CeeDee Lamb numbers. Terry McLaurin is a little overrated. He might be able to replicate Terry McLaurin, maybe. But even then, that's because he got Jaden Daniels. Like, I'm not sure if you put Smitty on previous versions of Washington when they didn't have no quarterback, I don't think he could replicate McLaurin numbers either. So I'm not sold on the Smitty shit. As far as McLaurin goes, is get him out the way. I had to get Smitty out the way just off the simple fact that I know how Eagle fans are. They feel like they got two number ones and whatever. So I got him out the way. McLaurin, here's the thing with McLaurin. Like, McLaurin is like, he's like a 20-point per game scorer in basketball. That's what McLaurin is. You know those dudes in basketball who was remember Richard Hamilton back in the days? He was never elite, but you knew he was going to score 20 a game. You remember Klay Thompson? You never really looked at Klay Thompson as like an elite player, but he was going to get you 20 points a game. Like, that's how I look at McLaurin. McLaurin ain't special. You know, I'm not losing sleep at night trying to figure out how to guard him, but he going to find a way to get like 1,000 yards, 80, 90 catches. He going to have a serviceable season. He's one of those dudes. He's like Mike Evans without the impact. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike Evans going to get his 1,000 yards too, but he's like, Terry McLaurin is like a serviceable player. He's not special. He's just like Santana Moss all over again for you Washington fans. He's not special. He's solid. He's good. He's gonna put his stats up, but he don't have an impact. When's the last time you watched a Washington game and said, damn, that boy Terry McLaurin, man, I can't believe I didn't draft him in my fantasy league. Like, we not having these issues. All right, I'm not scared of Scary Terry. Okay. Then we move on to A.J. Brown, who ain't nothing but a blocker and a yak and a yards at the catch receiver. I'm sorry. All A.J. Brown do is block, catch screens and slants, and get big gains out of him. Okay, KJ, he'll catch a deep bomb from Hurts, but for the most part, A.J. Brown is not a route tactician like CeeDee Lamb or Malik Nabers. He's not creating a lot of separation down the field. He's just a possession receiver with a little bit of speed to him, if you ask me. That's just me. I'm just watching it. I'm just watching what I see. If I'm wrong, look, click off the video if I'm wrong. 9 out of 10 times, what do you see A.J. Brown catch? Something at the line of scrimmage or a bomb. It's one or the other, right? You'll never really see A.J. Brown run the route tree for Philly. He's either catching a slant or a bubble screen at the line of scrimmage, or he's catching a bomb down the field. You never really see him running a route tree. That's what Smitty does. They got Smitty to do that. I'm not saying A.J. Brown is a bum. I'm just saying when I look at A.J. Brown, I'm not seeing some elite receiver that could run the route tree, beat double teams, and do all the shit that Nabers and CeeDee Lamb got to go through. I don't see that. He's not out here doing the things that Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase does. A lot of the stuff that A.J. Brown does is manufactured. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He works for their system. That's what made him great in Tennessee. He's a great run blocker. He's great at catching intermediate shit. When you have a run-first team and you do a lot of play action, you need a guy who can go over the middle, catch those balls, stiff arm people, get the yards after the catch. He's great for what Tennessee used to do. He's great for what the Eagles currently do. He's great for that. But he ain't these other dudes. Which brings me to CeeDee Lamb. I love CeeDee Lamb. I really don't have a negative thing to say about CeeDee Lamb. This is a guy that can work the slot. He can play on the outside. He runs the route tree. He beats double teams all over the field. And he's the only receiver that the Cowboys have. So when I see CeeDee Lamb numbers, I put some respect on him. I do. Like I got to put respect on CeeDee Lamb numbers because he's the only receiver they got. And they don't have a run game in Dallas. So when you face the Cowboys, it's literally CeeDee Lamb a bust. So he earned that little 1,200, that little 1194 he got with 101 catches. He earned that. I give him that. I show respect to CeeDee Lamb. I really don't have a negative thing to say about CeeDee Lamb. But he's not the explosive player that Malik Nabers is. You're not going to see a lot of one-play touchdowns out of CeeDee Lamb. I don't think he has that kind of speed and athleticism. I ain't seen it. That ain't in his repertoire. All right, which brings me to the number one receiver in the NFC East, my man Malik Nabers. As a rookie, with bums throwing him the ball, Malik Nabers had 109 catches. That was fourth in the league. Third among receivers. Matter of fact, I take that back. Because that's fifth in the NFL, but that's third among receivers because Trey McBride had 111, Brock Bowers had 112. The only receivers with more receptions than Malik Nabers was Amon-Ra St. Brown with 115 and Jamar Chase at 127. Okay? The only receivers with more yards than him was Justin Jefferson, Drake London. I don't know how the hell that happened. Amon and Jamar Chase. So my boy is top 5 in receptions and he's top 5 in receiving yards. How's that? Can nobody else in the NFC East say that? A.J. Brown, he way down there. He don't got a lot of catches. Terry McLaurin, he way down there. He ain't got a lot of catches. They don't know what 100 catch they don't know what these 100 catch seasons look like. They don't know what that look like. And then you got freaking CeeDee Lamb who got his 100. And then you got CeeDee Lamb who got his 1194. But other than that, stat-wise, statistically, ain't nobody touching him in the East. And that's as a rookie. Think about that. That's as a rookie. He did that as a rookie. He really not even who he gonna be yet. He's not even who he's gonna be. A.J. Brown, you had 67 catches. That ain't enough. Terry McLaurin had 82 catches. That ain't enough. Again, CeeDee Lamb had 101. I respect that. But that little 1,000 yards from A.J. Brown, we ain't think about that. You know what I'm saying? We really not. Like, we're not concerned with that. That little 1,000 yards that Terry McLaurin had, we ain't concerned with that. What we are concerned with is the fact that my boy Malik Nabers had to do all that with wide receivers that can't push the ball down the field. Now he gets Russell Wilson, who knows the kind of monster stat lines this dude's going to put up when he gets a quarterback that can throw him the ball down the sideline. Did y'all see the damage that Malik Nabers did that Colts game? He got it everywhere. Whether it was catching short routes and taking them to the house, whether it was catching bombs and taking that to the crib for a touchdown, he shitted on the Colts in all 3 areas of the field, short, intermediate, and deep. All right, there's not a lot of wide receivers that can do their damage. Short, intermediate, deep, slot, outside. It didn't matter where Malik Nabers was. He's a monster. That's the best receiver in the East. I'm sorry. A.J. Brown don't got the route tree. Scary Terry, he don't got the athleticism. He's not as explosive as Malik Nabers. And the same thing goes with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, he's not as fast. He's not as explosive. He can run the route tree. He can get those contested catches over defenders. I give him that. But you're not scared. Every time CeeDee Lamb touches the ball, you're not thinking touchdown. Every time Terry McLaurin touches the ball, you're not thinking touchdown. Every single time Malik Nabers touches the ball, you're thinking touchdown. It can happen. That's the difference. So as far as I'm concerned, this kid is the best receiver in the East, and he don't even know what he's doing yet. He ain't even got a real quarterback yet. He don't know what he's doing yet. He already best receiver in the NFC East. All y'all put on notice. All y'all been put on notice in the NFC East. Malik Nabers is about to dominate this division for the next 12 years. And ain't a damn thing none of y'all punk ass secondaries can do about it. Marshawn Lattimore don't want it. Diggs don't want it. And all them bum ass overrated second year players in Philly don't want it. The Quinions and all that shit, they all getting shitted on. All right, Malik Nabers is about to rule this division with an iron fist at the receiver spot for the next 12 years. And get used to it. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Hit that like button, hit the sub button, drop the FUs in the comments if you rock it with me. My name is FiskVicious, and I'll prove this message.